It's Katie Lee, and this is Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast, a replay of today's full show. Z103, it is Katie Lee. I'm back. I'm sorry. It has been a long couple of days. Yesterday, I got a root canal. Yay! I don't like it. Anytime that I go to the dentist is like the absolute worst time of my life, okay? I really don't like going to the dentist. And a root canal is like, ugh. But anyways, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Kind of just the same amount of time that, what is it called? Cavity filling would take. Well, not really. It took a little bit longer than that. Anyways, they really had to numb me up. And so yesterday was a long day for my sore mouth, my sore jaw. Having to keep your jaw open that long. Ugh. Terrible. It's still sore today. Anyways, so that's where I was yesterday. Sorry if anybody has one coming up. I feel like they're like contagious because 3 of my coworkers have had to get one in the past month. So hopefully this is the end of the contagion because I don't wish that upon anyone. It's not fun. Z103, it is Katie Lee, and I have your 2 o'clock tea for you today. Apparently, Harry Styles revealed his 4th solo album is dropping March 6th, with merch bundles selling out fast. Yeah. So the album's called Kiss All the Time, Disco, Occasionally. Interesting. That's quite the title. Anyways, all right. So Star Search debuted on Netflix, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of intrigued to see what it is, but I really don't care at the same time. So Tell Me Lies Season 3 also launched this week on Disney+, and then Starfleet Academy episodes on Paramount+. This one I'm actually kind of excited to check out tonight. It's a new dark comedy horror, Bone Lake. It premieres. It's about like how a getaway goes wrong, I guess. I don't know. All right. Bruno Mars revealed his 2026 headlining tour, the Romantic Tour. Basically his first major trek in like nearly a decade. So that's going to be really cool. And let's see. That's kind of really all I see that's important right now. It's Dove Cameron's birthday. So yeah, that's your 2 o'clock tea here on Z103. Some things are very needed in this world. Other things, not so much. We're getting Progresso soup drops at Walmart. So basically, there's 3 flavors. Like there's beef pot roast, chicken noodle, and tomato basil. It's supposed to help you if you're sick. It's, as they say on their can, soup you can suck on warms in your mouth. That's disgusting. I don't like that. It says naturally flavored. I don't really believe that. But $2.97. I kind of want to try them just for kicks and giggles. Z103, it is Katie Lee. Does anybody follow this girl? Her name is Madison Humphrey, and she is like a professional at recreating weird wedding proposals or actual wedding days or baby announcements or just awkward situations, okay? And she does such a good job at recreating these. Like, she goes above and beyond to the point of recreating somebody walking down the airplane aisle to get married. I'm not even joking. She got a legit airplane, and the original airplane, oh crap, what are they? The flight attendant, okay? She got the original one from the original video, and who the heck gets married on an airplane? It's the original is awkward, but Madison and her husband, they like are fantastic at bringing in that awkwardness in the remake. Anyways, it's so weird, but her videos are hilarious, and there's a lot of weird things going on in this world. Like I said, who gets married going down the aisle of an airplane? In the middle of all of this, by the way, there's passengers that are getting up, getting their bags out, and they're just like, okay, whatever, don't care, you got married, bye. And then afterwards, like they get off the plane and walk out into the airport, there's random people just like, hey, congratulations. And I'm just like, what? This is so weird. Anyways, I hate going on airplanes. I would never, ever, ever get married on one. But I mean, if that's her thing, that's cool. But how in the world did she actually get an airplane to help her with this situation? It's the powers of Madison Humphreys. Okay, so I know people with tattoos might understand this situation. Do you ever have that moment where somebody's just like, oh my gosh, what does your tattoo mean? It's like, is there a representation behind it? And I'm just like, I had extra money. I got bored. There's not much to say about a raccoon with a cowboy hat. So you can think what you want about it, but I just thought it was cool at that time. Z103, it is Katie Lee, and I got this at eastidahonews.com. The National Weather Service is reminding everybody across parts of southeastern Idaho to be mindful of air quality during periods of air stagnation. I didn't even know this is what happens, but apparently it's when high pressure settles in and winds stay light. Pollution from like vehicles, fireplaces, outdoor burning can get trapped near the ground, leading to poor air quality. And it can especially impact children, older adults, and anybody with breathing issues. So officials recommend limiting wood burning, avoiding outdoor burning, and reducing vehicle idling when possible until conditions improve. If you need more details about this, head over to eastidahonews.com for the full story. I need everybody to be proud of me for like 2 seconds because I've almost made it 2 weeks without a Red Bull. I know. Everybody's doing like dry January. Well, I'm doing my version of dry January without a Red Bull. And I'm not going to lie, I hate it. I kind of want it back. But at the same time, I'm proud of myself. So I'm going to keep doing it. Z103, it is Katie Lee, and I have your heart-to-heart for today. So the other day, I watched the movie on Netflix, People We Meet on Vacation, and the takeaway that I got from this wasn't, find your Alex. It was, stop shrinking yourself, okay? Because the other day, this is a true story, I got not one, but 2 messages from 2 different guys on 2 different photos of my dating profile, okay? Both were from my trip to Morocco. One of me in a cute dress, being feminine, twirling in front of the giant gold palace doors. The other one, I was in the Sahara, all black, and I was like straight up my main character energy. I was doing like that fake flex pose. It was cool. But the thing about it is that both of these messages literally said, one said try hard, the other one said doing too much. Dude, I'm on vacation in Morocco. Of course I'm going to twirl. Of course I'm going to do the cool stuff in the Sahara Desert. And that's when it like totally clicked in my brain, okay? The messages that they were sending me were not confidence feedback. It was literally insecurity. Okay? Some people, they don't want a partner with a personality. They want somebody easier to manage, smaller, quieter, less visible, whatever. The thing that I'm trying to get to this in the movie, People We Meet on Vacation, Poppy didn't dull herself down for Alex, okay? She was weird, loud, a little chaotic, but that's what we loved, and that's what brought him to life. He even said in the movie, I'm only weird around you. And so if your confidence makes somebody uncomfortable, good. That's not your problem to solve. That's their problem. Okay? So basically what I'm trying to say, be silly, be bold, be too much, apparently. Do too much. Take the photos, wear the outfit, do the cool things, twirl in the photo on your trip. Okay? The people that are saying that you're doing too much, they were never going to actually keep up in the first place. So be more weird. The world needs it. Z103, it is Katie Lee. Am I the only one that is scared to finish a book? I have been very emotionally damaged from a lot of books in my life. I'm currently reading the 2nd book of the Quicksilver series. Love it so far, by the way. It's fantastic. Love it so much, but I'm getting towards the end and I'm just like, what's going to happen? I can't handle anything that's like traumatically just like changing within the book. I got really, really hurt, emotionally damaged when I read the first Fourth Wing book. That one really hurt me, I'm not going to lie. And so ever since then, I've just been a little bit wary of the ending of books. And I was like, oh no, I'm coming up to the end. Something is going to happen and it's going to hurt me. So the question that ever asks, who hurt you? Books. That's who hurt me. Books. Idaho's #1 hit music channel, Z103. It is Katie Lee. Of course, we're going to Florida for today's Daily Dummy, but it's not what you're thinking. So in St. Augustine, there was a runaway emu, okay? He's not just walking around the yard. It was an emu that was sprinting through a rural area, and law enforcement responded after a bunch of reports came in, and so one of the sheriff's deputies decided to chase it down. And after a bit of a pursuit, the deputy improvised a lasso and lassoed the emu and then handcuffed its legs to keep it from kicking and running. And anyways, I'm just going to say I would pay money to see somebody lasso an emu and then cuff his legs. Also, that's kind of brilliant. I'm not going to lie. That's what we call hobbling for cows and horses. But I've always wanted to lasso an emu. Okay? Not going to lie. Emus kind of freak me out. I love birds, but not that kind of bird when it's literally bigger than me. But I've always thought, how in the world would you, like, their necks are so small. Like, would you rope its neck or would you have to try and rope its body to get it to stop? Because I feel like you would kill it if you lassoed its neck, but I've also always wanted to do it. How cool would that be? I see people, like, ride emus all the time. I was like, I don't think that's probably good. I don't know. I don't want to be anywhere near an emu, but I just want to, like, rope it. You know? You see what I'm talking about? I don't know. Anyways, hopefully we don't have any runaway emus around here. I know that there are some around here somewhere. Z103, it is Katie Lee, my friends. I'm out of here for the day. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Y'all stay safe, stay legit, be awesome, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on beautiful Friday. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to Katie Lee on Z103, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Katie Lee on Z103 is hosted by Katie Lee and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.